welcome to ABHILAW, where law is simplified. This is your Professor Dr. Ambarish R. Patnigere, retired Additional Municipal Commissioner and Director of IGNOU School of Law. We are dealing with POCSO Act. Now we are going to go to the another section. We had completed section 4 last time. We are talking about chapter 2. Chapter 2 spoke about the first offense which is mentioned against the child. That was penetrative sexual assault. Now we will go in another form of offense which is mentioned in the POCSO, that is aggravated form of penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to section number 5. Let's see what section 5 talks about. Section 5 talks about aggravated penetrative sexual assault. What do you mean by this? Penetrative sexual assault, we have already come to know what is penetrative sexual assault. Now when it becomes takes the form of aggravated, it takes the form of aggravated when a specific person mentioned in section 5 has committed the offense of penetrative sexual assault. The first is section 5 subclause A talks about police officer. When a police officer commits this offense, then this penetrative sexual assault becomes aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Now when we talk about the police officer, he should commit this penetrative sexual assault, this offense within the limit of the police station or in the premises or in the station house, whether or not situated in the police station to which he is appointed. So this talks about aggravated penetrative sexual assault committed by a police officer. Let's go to clause number subclause 3 and 4. Now this police officer should be on the duty or he should be identified by the victim as a police officer. Then only he has committed aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Means very clear. If the victim cannot identify that is a police officer, then he has not committed aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to next clause number B. Now clause number B talks about another type of people who has committed aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Means sexual assault, penetrative sexual assault offense has been committed by the next type of people. Which are they? Armed forces or security forces. If this armed forces or security forces, any employed person does this penetrative sexual assault, then it is getting converted into a form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Now they should do in the area of the limits which they are deployed. Wherever these people are deployed, the security forces, especially if you see in Jammu Kashmir or places where Naxalites are there, where armed forces are there, and in the area where they are deployed, if they commit a penetrative sexual assault, then it goes in the form of aggravated form. Let's go to subclause 2. Now, if under the area, if that area is under the command of the forces of armed forces, then also in that particular area, if an armed force or security force person commits a penetrative sexual assault, then it goes in the form of aggravated form. Next, subclause 3 it talks about when he is on the duty or otherwise. Next one is where the said person is known to be identified. Same what we had with the police, same way it is with the armed forces. Now let's go to clause number 3. Clause number 3 talks about public servant. If a public servant commits a penetrative sexual assault, then it takes a form of aggravated penetrative sexual. What do you mean by aggravated? Aggravated is nothing but specific person committing the offense of penetrative sexual assault in a particular place. Okay, let's go to now clause number D. Clause number D is another category of persons who commit penetrative sexual assault, then it gets converted into form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Fine. Now the first is management or the staff of jail, protection home, observation home, or any other place of custody where children are there. In that particular place, if anybody commits and penetrative sexual assault, and they are the part of the management or the staff of those institutions, then the form is aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to clause number 6, E. Clause number E, what it says, section 5, clause number E, okay, hospital staff, government or private. If anything is done by the management or the staff of the hospital, whether government or private, then this penetrative sexual assault gets converted into the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to F. F is educational institution or religious institution. If these two institutions, management or staff, commits penetrative sexual assault, then it gets converted into again the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Now let's go to G. Whoever commits a penetrative sexual assault in the form of gang. When gang comes, okay, then it becomes a form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. The explanation is already been given there, what exactly gang means. Okay, gang is nothing but common intention should be there and there should be more than one person. Let's go to the next one, H. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault by showing deadly weapon, using deadly weapon, heated substance, corrosive substance, then it becomes an aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Now please remember, this type of persons are common persons. They are not specifically related with any institution or any staff of a particular institution. Fine. Let's go to now next I. Now penetrative sexual assault, while they are doing, if there is a grievous hurt or bodily harm caused to the victim, then the penetrative sexual assault takes the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to J. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child which is okay physically handicapped, okay, or mentally handicapped, then those people or persons or any person who has committed a penetrative sexual assault on such kind of children, they have committed the aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Fine. Let's go to subclause 2. Okay. In case of female child, when the child is pregnant and if it is been done, then again it is aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Next is, okay, those who are having HIV, okay, HIV, and they inflict the child with the HIV by doing aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Means they have inserted their penis and they are having HIV, then the form goes in the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Next one is, if the penetrative sexual assault causes the death of a child, then again it becomes aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Now we will come to clause number K. What clause number K says? Disabled child or a mental child, whoever takes their advantage and commits penetrative sexual assault, then the form goes to aggravated form. Let's go to the next one, L. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child more than once, repeatedly, again the penetrative sexual assault is converted into the form of aggravated one. Now goes to M. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child below 12 years. Below 12 years, again aggravated form. Now next one, N. Whoever being a relative of the child. Yes, if the child's relative commits, okay, any penetrative sexual assault, then it goes in the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to the next clause. O. If the management or the staff of any institution which provides services, any service to the child, then if that person does, then it is again penetrative sexual assault goes in the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to P. P talks about those persons whom the child trusts, okay, and if he commits penetrative sexual assault, then it goes in the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. There it comes of guardian or any institutional head. Now let's go to Q. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child knowing the child is pregnant, then the form of penetrative sexual assault gets converted into aggravated form. R. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child and attempts to murder the child, again it goes in the form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Fine. I hope so. We are understanding which are the persons and where this aggravated penetrative sexual assault can take place. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child in the course of communal and secretarial violence, that means during communal violence or secretarial violence, in that violence, if anybody takes an advantage and commits a penetrative sexual assault on a child, then that form is getting converted into aggravated form. Let's go to the next one, T. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child who has been previously convicted of having committed any offense under this act. Means first he was already convicted for POCSO. Again he has come out. Okay, he might be on the bail or he might got acquittal and he has done again penetrative sexual assault. Then it is, the form is aggravated form. Let's go to the next one. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child and makes the child to strip or parade naked in public, then he has committed a form of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Let's go to the Now, next section. Next section talks about punishment for aggravated penetrative sexual assault. I hope so. Penetrative sexual assault we have understood in section number 3. And section number 5 talks of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Section 5 and section 9 goes hand in hand. When we are going to study section 9, you will find same what is mentioned in section 5 in section 9. Let's see the punishment. What is the punishment for aggravated penetrative sexual assault? Whoever commits aggravated penetrative sexual assault, what is the punishment? Not less than 20 years or extend to imprisonment of for life. Let's go to the next one. Subsection 2 says impose a fine reasonable to meet the expense of the medical expense of the victim. I hope so. You have understood our section 5 and section 6. Very simple it is. We have spoken about penetrative sexual assault and the specific persons who are mentioned in section 5 and in specific circumstances and specific areas. If this penetrative sexual assault has been committed, then this offence takes the form of aggravated form. And the punishment also I have said in section 6, it is 20 years or life imprisonment, as well as it is imposing of fine, which is the recovery for the expenditure of the victim. I hope so. If you have liked our video, please give a like as well as subscribe our channel and inform your friends that now LLB has POCSO. So I encourage every LLB student to share with their friends. Thank you so much.